Regrets suck. Regrets suck. Yeah, it's a harsh term, but man, they affect us and what we do and how we do it. And, our kids are watching. I remember sitting at my desk at Bose Corporation, having my big, crazy, ridiculous dream. And I sat back and I thought about it. And it doesn't seem to be working. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I don't feel any progress. And I remember just sitting there thinking, I have a marketing degree. And if I could have the ultimate job, what would that be? I thought I'd be a marketing manager for the Bose aviation headsets, a product that I loved and believed in. That was really cool. And when I thought about it, meh. It wasn't really that thing that would drive me, even though I'd earn a lot. I had this whisper. I don't know if you ever had that whisper in your head thinking of, there's got to be something more. I just don't feel like I'm living my purpose. Maybe you're not. And I know your kids are watching. Your grandkids are watching. They see you talking about things. They hear you say things. But more importantly, they're watching what you do. And whether we like to admit it or not, what we do teaches them more than anything we could say. And I think of my nephews, and when I was on my journey, I just thought, what am I teaching them? What's my real purpose? And if you know my story, Mark Brown asked a question of me. He said, choose a child in your life. And I thought of my nephew, and if you were going to die tomorrow, what one lesson that you learned from your life would you want to pass on to your nephew? And when I thought about it, I had a list of pages and pages. And when it came down to it, he said I had to choose one. And it was taking the step after the ouch. That when we fail, when we make mistakes, which we will, that next step is the critical one. And if I could just teach them that. Now, if I look at it, it's that regrets suck. And I remember one decision I made that was critical, that was awesome. When I was driving down the road listening to Brian Tracy, and he asked the question, what would you dare to dream if you knew you wouldn't fail? I thought, I'd be a comedian. How cool would that be? All of a sudden, that voice of reason reached out to me and said, but you're not funny, which was very true. Maybe right now you're not that person who can achieve that dream right now, but you can transform into that person. You can become them. You and I just need some breakthroughs to be that person. I get it. The decision I made that was really critical for me was, I thought I have nothing to lose. I'm going to try stand-up comedy just once. And it wasn't this big crazy dream, but I'll never regret making that decision. In fact, that decision was life-changing. I could live with bombing, but what I couldn't live with, the regret of wondering, what if? What if Brian Tracy was right? What if I persisted I could actually do this? Wow. Has my life changed since 1992? I'm not the same person I was back then. But I needed those breakthroughs to become the person that allowed me to live the dream that I get to do now. And once in a while, my ego gets in the way, and once in a while, I get a little full of myself. But often, I bring myself back and say, you know what? I got to appreciate every moment. But more importantly, I'm teaching my nephews from the life that I live. So, what does this matter to you? What's that little whisper inside your head that you dream of, that maybe you keep suppressing, or maybe you've been suppressing since you were young. I did a survey. I'm just going to look at the results here. I did a survey to ask about who's the naysayer in your life. I was blown away that 65% of hundreds of people said that I was the biggest naysayer. Came in second, 35% said family. There was also friend, acquaintance, boss, peer, coworker. But for the most part, it's ourselves. Don't let that naysayer, or that thing that planted in your brain from when you were young, that thing that was planted in your brain, I get it. That's how we're programmed. I was told I would never ever earn $1 to make people laugh. I would have never dreamed that I could make 6 months' income with one speech compared to what I was doing back then. I'm going to do a series of a couple videos. I'm going to do another one in a couple days that's really going to show you one of the best decisions I've made along the way that helped me, that is critical to me transforming who I was into the person I wanted to become. So I hope you join me for that. I'd ask you too to, if you like this video, if it spoke to you, please put a comment below. Whatever it meant to you. I truly want to help you. I get to do what I love to do for a living, and I get to speak all over the world. I had never even been out of the country back in the day when I started this crazy journey. Now I've spoken in 45 different international cities, every state. And I don't say that to brag. I say that because that little kid who had the courage to ask for help from a comedian he didn't even know, to get the book to start him on that journey. So check out the next video. I hope something I said is resonating with you, because your kids are watching, your grandkids are watching. If you have your dream, if you're living your dream, so cool. But maybe you know someone else who could use this message. I hope you share it with them. I'll see you in a couple days.